So in this video we'll be looking at coordinate geometry, and when we say coordinate geometry we are dealing with majorly lines. So in coordinate geometry, where we start with a point. So if I have, this is my y-axis, this is x-axis, the vertical axis is y-axis, the horizontal axis is x-axis. So if I pick a point in this plane, let's say I have a point here, let's say I pick a point here, the point has an x coordinate. It will have a value for x, and it will have a value for y. So it has an x coordinate and it has a y coordinate. So how do we write that? Assuming the point is A, so we say we put the x coordinate in brackets and we put the y coordinate beside it, separating both of them by a comma. So if we have a point in a Cartesian coordinate x and y axis, you are going to have the x coordinate, we have the y coordinate. So the y coordinate is what we trace here. So that is coordinate. Now the next thing we will do now is, how do we determine the distance between 2 points? So if we have 2 points in a coordinate, in a Cartesian coordinate, how do we determine the distance between the 2 points? So let's take, for example, if I have 2 points, I have 2 points A and B. So A has an x coordinate of x1 and a y coordinate of y1. B has an x coordinate of x2 and a y coordinate of y2. So we calculate the distance. So the distance between the 2 points will be equals to the square root of x2 minus s1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. So this is the formula for calculating distance between 2 points in a Cartesian coordinate. So now let's take a question. Let's say I have point A to be 3, minus 2, and I have point B to be 5, 4. So we label the coordinates. So for A, this is the x coordinate, so we can call that one x1. Then this is the y coordinate. Then for B, this is the x coordinate, we can call that x2, and this is the y coordinate, y2. So if we use our formula, the distance formula is square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So we substitute x2 is 5, x1 is 3, y2 is 4, y1 is minus 2. So we substitute this. So when we substitute, we have this. So then we simplify our answer. So when we substitute, we have 5 minus 3 squared plus 4 minus 2 squared. So we have 5 minus 3 squared plus 4 minus 2 squared. So 5 minus 3 is 2 squared plus 4 minus 2. Minus will give us plus. So 4 plus 2 will give us 6 squared. So then when we do this, we are going to have square root of 4 plus 36. So and this will give us square root of 40. So if we change this one to surd form, this will be 2 root 10. But if you want to put it in decimal, if you press it from calculator, you have 6.325 units. So that is distance between the 2 points. Then the next thing is the midpoint. The midpoint of a line. When you have 2 points, just like we just did here, point A and B. point A is 3 comma minus 2, point B is 5 comma 4. So if you have a point and you have another point, we can draw a line that joins the points. So a line will join 2 points. So if you want to calculate the midpoint of that line, so the formula for calculating the midpoint, so you will get the s coordinate of the midpoint. So the s coordinate of the midpoint is the sum of the s coordinates of the 2 points. You add their s coordinate, you divide by 2. Then you also add their y coordinate, you divide by 2. So that will give the midpoint, y coordinate, that will be y equals to y1 plus y2 over 2. So this is the formula for calculating midpoint. So for the question we just solved, now, we can also calculate the midpoint. So for the question, we have a to be what? We have a to be 2 comma minus 3. We have a to be, so we have a to be 3 comma minus 2, and we have b to be 5 comma 4. So the 2 points will form a line. So if you want to calculate the s coordinate, so the s coordinate is x1 plus x2. So that will be 3 plus 5. x1 is 3, x2 is 5. So that will be 3 plus 5 over 2. So this will give us 8 over 2, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the s coordinate will be 4. Then the y coordinate will be y1 plus y2. That will be minus 2 plus 4 over 2. So minus 2 plus 4 will give us 2. 2 over 2 will give us 1. So the coordinate of the midpoint will now be 1 comma 4. So this will be the midpoint of the line. So this is the midpoint of the line. So we continue with the rest in the next video. Thank you.